the Jive Golf of the Levy clan. The lights go off as away they go, heading down into turn number 1. Down into KFM they go now. It's ready side by side. Oh! And the toy just pushes Van der Westhuizen right out the way. A little bit unnecessary there, I would say. But he just bumped Janu Van der Westhuizen right out the way. Jan then jumps in there behind him. Janu will not take that one lying down. You can bet your bottom dollar it's going to be game on now in a Class A. Van der Westhuizen rubs him as they exit engine turn with Spongebob sitting there in 3rd place, leading Class B. That's Scotty Hayes from Eden Thompson leading Class C, and right in there with the B cars is Ephraim Levy in the Jive Golf as they work their way, Francois, up KFM into Malmesbury.
Well, I'm having a look, see what's happening up behind Piet van der Walt. Marco Bussi and his guys are going to have a lovely Titanic tussle in Class C. But the leaders now come out of Malmesbury, Neander Toy, Janu van der Westhuizen, it's Chris Swart, and then it's Scotty Hayes that comes through there. But up behind Ephraim Levy, we've got Piet van der Walt, and then there's Marco Bussi, and the likes up behind him there. So they're all going to come now to Cape Town corner. They're still tightly knit as they come towards us. The field will spread out as the time goes on. Neander Toy leads Janu van der Westhuizen. Janu wants to get up close. He's drafting him now towards KFM. He's going to try and come up close. He's late on the brakes. He looks up towards the inside, stays behind him, but he's got a little bit closer, and the racing is getting red hot, Frankie.
While I'm watching Brian Morgan. Brian Morgan is way down in Class C, and he was having a go at the top 3 earlier on this morning, and now Brian has dropped right off the pack. The leader of Class C, of course, is Ephraim Levy in the Jive Golf, and then we've got Jared Simpson that sits second in that class, followed there by the Automan Fitment Centre Polo of Marco Bussi as they run through. Dylan Joubert is also in that pack as well, not too far behind the front runners in Class C as they work down. But Scotty Hayes in Class B has got Jockey Geldenhuis all over him. They are side by side. Behind them it's Eden Thompson as they head down into turn 4.
Well, the Jock Geldenhuis get the better of Scotty Hayes now as they come out of Malmesbury. We have a look-see as they come, and it looks like he's got ahead of Hayes. Hayes is going to draft him now, and behind him Eden Thompson, it's Piet van der Walt, it's Ephraim Levy, and it's Jared Simpson, followed there by Marco Bussi. So there's a lovely Titanic struggle just up behind the leaders. Now Janu van der Westhuizen creeps up right behind Neander Toy. He's got the draft, he's sitting, he's applied himself to his back bumper, and they're going down the main straight towards KFM. Let's see what happens now as they're on the brakes. Nean holds the inside line. Janu comes, looks around the outside. He sits around his outside, he stays there. He's going to come back onto the inside now to get the draft up the Joubert straight. And your 3rd place man who's looking to come to join the party just doesn't have enough there, and that is Chris Swart in the Spongebob Racing Jetta. He just wants to stay in touch but doesn't have the legs.
Well, Class B, it's still Scotty Hayes that leads Class B with Eden Thompson second. Geldenhuis second, Thompson third, and Van der Walt in 4th. That's in Class B. Class C has still been led there by Ephraim Levy from Jared Simpson from Marco Bussi as that group runs down. The Class B and Class C cars working their way now out of Rose Foundation. But the front runners should come into view shortly. There they go, down the back main. That's still Neander Toy. Janu van der Westhuizen is driving the wheels of the Wingfield Motors Polo as he sails in there behind him. He's now right on his back bumper, heading into 5.
He's diving up on the inside, he's having a look. He sits up and he's tapping the toy. They are side by side as they're going now. The toy rubbing back at him. Janu van der Westhuizen holding. It's precarious now as they come out. He's got the wall up on his inside. Their gloves are off here. They're up against the ropes now. They're coming down the main straight. They're right next to each other. It's really tight stuff now. Who's going to have the late brakes? The toy holds the inside line. He dives up on the inside. Janu van der Westhuizen looks for the switchback now as he comes out of the KFM corner. Up the Joubert straight. He sits snugly up on his bumper now. They run up towards the engine. The 2 front runners are having an absolute tussle. But going into KFM now, the Class B cars are chopping and changing. And I tell you what, Frankie, it's all through the field.
I tell you what, the gloves are all over the place, and I tell you what, Jan van der Westhuizen rubs the back of Neanderthal. Van der Westhuizen is in the house, baby, as they run it down into Rose Foundation. Jan runs him wide, and Van der Westhuizen hits the lead, going up the KFM straight, but you can be assured it's not over yet. This one is far, far from over, France.
I tell you what, Frankie, it's absolutely diabolical stuff coming out there now. They are absolutely bumping and bulging. I thought I was at a CHD meeting for a moment there, but it's fantastic stuff now. I'm watching the third place man, and that is Chris Swart in the Spongebob Racing. Spongebob, oh, Neanderthal up on the inside now of Janu. Janu a little bit later, early on the brakes. And he comes back on the inside. Look at this stuff. This is fantastic down the lead. These two are having a titanic struggle.
But there's a hell of a dice going on in Class B and Class C for that matter, as that lot work their way out of Cape Town corner. As they head down into turn one is the leaders. The leaders are Class B coming down towards us now. It's Jockey Geldenhuis. Geldenhuis leads there in Class B. Behind him is Scotty Hayes, followed there by Eden Thompson and Piet van der Walt. Look at this Class C dice. It's Marco Busi from Ephraim Levy and Jared Simpson with a Class B car in between.
Well, I tell you what, I'm watching the leaders here. Neanderthal and Jan van der Westhuizen. The hormones are gone up sky high. They are now bumping and barging, and I tell you what, it is absolutely madness now. The two of them come out of Rose Foundation. They're going up KFM now. Janu sits up behind in the smaller car behind Neanderthal. The little man, he might be small in stature, but he's got the heart of an elephant now as he comes out of Malmesbury, pushing hard up there. He sits up behind the toy. He's up around the outside now. And I tell you what, he is going as fast as he can. That little Polo, flat box down the back straight, Frankie. And I tell you, let's see what happens coming to the wire.
Well, I'll tell you what, the man with the best seat in the house is Spongebob Racing's Chris Swart. He's watching these two guys ahead of him trading paint and wing mirrors and wheel nuts and everything else in between. And he's watching them. If they get it wrong, then Spongebob can capitalize right across the line. They have now got 3 more laps to go as they head down into turn number 1. Behind them is the Class B guys. It is Jock Geldenhuis, followed there by Scotty Hayes. But let's go back to that lead. He's gone wide. The toy's gone wide. And Janu van der Westhuizen leads going into engine corner.
Well, there's a lot of smoke bellowing off the toy's car. I think we've got rubber rubbing up against the body now of the car, and that tire is going to run off. Chris Swart's already honing in on the toy. He can see the smoke. He knows there's a chance. Look at the tow down going down here. Gideon Savant and Gert du Plessis are in a tussle of their own all the way down in Class C. Fantastic stuff. And lovely tussle going in there now into the engine ball. That is the likes there of Scotty Hayes, Eden Thompson, Piet van der Walt. And behind them, Herman Lazarus. There's Ephraim Levy. There is Marco Busi. Jared Simpson ahead of him there. And bringing up behind Busi, it's Damien Lopez. Also joining in part there. Lopez up on the inside. Lopez, a great drive going into Rose Foundation. Wow, wow, wow. That's racing right throughout the field.
So the Class B cars are now coming out of turn 4. It is Jock Geldenhuis that leads them down the back main, followed there by Scotty Hayes, Eden Thompson and Piet van der Walt as they run down into Cape Town corner. Class C is being led there by Ephraim Levy from Simpson, and then I also see Marco Busi, and closing up on them as well is Brian Morgan. But I think with a lap and 2/3 to go, Francois, I think the toe has now been broken between Van der Westhuizen and the toy, with the probably body rubbing against the tyre of the Neanderthal Jetta.
Well, I don't know if Neanderthal is going to take it lying down. He's batting that golf in. He's putting it sideways through engine. He's trying to come back at Janu van der Westhuizen. Janu van der Westhuizen also with battle scars in his car. Scotty Hayes was mounting an attack, but I think Neanderthal has stepped up the pace a bit, and he's looking to attack once again. And a little way behind him there, Jock Geldenhuis. It's Scotty Hayes, Eden Thompson, and then Piet van der Walt in there. Piet van der Walt, the whole day, been riding a very, very good race there. In the Automan fitment there, that's Herman Lazarus that's in there. Behind him, it's Damien Lopez. And it looks like Jared Simpson's got ahead of Abraham Levy. Jared Simpson riding a lot better than he did in the first heat, as if he wasn't riding good enough there ahead of Marco Bussi.
Yeah, but Lucas closing in on that group as well. In Class C, it's Brian Morgan, and Brian's had a pretty quiet race up until now, and all of a sudden Brian Morgan comes into play as they head up the KFM straight into Malmesbury Sweep. The leader comes around to start his final lap. One more lap to go for the two Class A cars as they head down into KFM corner. In third position in Class A, it's still Chris Ward. Then the Class B cars working their way now out of Cape Town corner. To start their last lap, it's Jock Haldenays from Scotty Hayes, and Van der Walt and Thompson are side by side. Van der Walt and Thompson are side by side. Eden Thompson has got the inside line on Piet Van der Walt as they work their way into turn 1 KFM.
Well, Thompson a lot later on the break, slides up on the inside. Van der Walt's got the outside. Behind Lazarus, it's Damien Lopez. Lopez looking to try and take Lazarus. Lazarus has none of that. Then Ibrahim Levy gets forced wide. Oh, and he comes back up on the inside. Oh, what a maneuver there. And Jared Simpson gets caught napping there by Ibrahim Levy. A great little turn of speed there coming out of KFM. And look at that, Brian Morgan has gone past Bussi. Can you handle that one? Now, Levy's up on the inside there. And, gee, Brian Morgan coming straight back at him. He's knows it's the last lap. He's trying the kitchen sink.
While the checkered flag is out, the leaders are coming out of Cape Town corner. They got one more turn to go. Jan van der Westhuizen has said, "You want to play, boy? I've come to play." And van der Westhuizen has torn him apart. Jan van der Westhuizen wins the second GTI Challenge race. Neon de Toy has to settle for second place. Chris Ward will finish there in third place. And Francois, bring the Class B guys to the line.
Well, here comes Chris Swart. Chris Swart comes now in the Spongebob car to cross the line. He takes it quite gingerly over the line, but here comes the likes of Jock Haldenays ahead of Scotty Hayes. Jock Haldenays ahead of Scotty Hayes, and then it's Eden Thompson who crosses the line.
Right, we're going to pick up this Class C dice to the line. Here they come now. It's Ephraim Levy that leads. Levy comes to the line. Ephraim Levy comes home first. Simpson second. Morgan will finish in third. Oh, and fallen away there was Marco Bussi. Well, he finishes way down. As a matter of fact, Marco Bussi finishes behind Dylan Jerry and Dylan Hubert. They both got their noses ahead there, so some problem on the last lap for the Automan Fitment Centre Polo of Marco Bussi.